What's up, everybody? We have the HKS super sequential blow-off valve kit for the Honda Civic 10th gen model. This is going to be for all the 1.5 turbos. This is a very, very different and unique blow-off valve kit. It is probably one of the best known, longest lasting blow-off valves that anybody ever has seen or is out there. So we're going to dig in. I'm going to open up the box and show you everything that comes in the kit. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's JP with Edge Autosport.com. Thank you so much for joining us. We have the HKS super sequential blow-off valve in front of me right here. This is for all the 1.5 turbo Honda Civics, the 10th gen Honda Civics from 2016 and up. And we're going to tell you a little bit about this valve. We're going to show it to you, present it to you, take all the parts out of the box, just show you what you get. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like it. Hit the bell button if you want to continue to get notifications of when we do a new video. We've been doing a ton of 10th gen Honda Civic stuff lately, and we're really excited about the platform, about our own project, and so this is just yet another part that we're going to show you guys, and hopefully you learn a thing or two. If you have any questions, make sure you put them in the comments below. We'd be glad to help you there. So we always answer, you know, any legitimate questions on the comments section. So we'll get right back to you. So let's dig in here. It's a pretty simple kit, and actually for a blow-off valve kit, it's actually pretty complicated. There's a lot of components to this thing, but which is nice because it makes it a really, really full kit. So you got this nice cast aluminum elbow here, and actually I have not personally installed this on a 10th gen Civic yet, but I'm pretty familiar with how the turbo and inlet pipe and the blow-off valve are on the 10th gen Civic. I have worked on that before. So I'm just going to make some assumptions here. They're probably pretty accurate, but I might be a tiny bit off. This cast inlet elbow is going to be on the negative pressure side of the turbo. And it's probably going to use this tube as the recirculation tube. So I'm just going to make some assumptions here. They're probably pretty accurate, but I might be a tiny bit off. They're probably pretty accurate, but I might be a tiny bit off.
They're probably pretty accurate, but I might be a tiny bit off.
You can see right here that it has a fairly large, inlet here to go into the tube on the negative pressure side, on the vacuum side. So that's what's going to reroute the air intake from the blow-off valve, or the air from the blow-off valve back into the intake system. So nice cast elbow here, really just all one solid piece, which is really, really nice. And it's got some beads on the end so the couplers will not slip off. And then this does, honestly, I'm pretty sure this is the recirc tube, but this tube is pre-formed for whatever it's going to be used for. So pretty nice rubber tube there. This is, of course, the blow-off valve itself. There are so many fakes on the market for HKS blow-off valves. They're all over eBay, all over Amazon, all over everywhere. We get our HKS products directly from a North American distributor for HKS. You'll get one with a serial number on the box. That same serial number is going to match the serial number on the actual valve. So this is all genuine HKS stuff here. We get questions about that a lot, actually, if this stuff is genuine HKS, because there's so many fakes on the market. So this definitely is the real stuff. So back here you can see the serial number. So the valve itself comes pre-assembled, which is actually nice because the valve flange that goes onto whatever mates to your car, this thing is actually kind of tricky to get on. It's got a C-clip on here that is kind of tricky to remove and to install. So they install it for you. It all comes pre-assembled, which is really nice. And then this is where the air is going to come from the boosted side through this fitting right here, through this kind of housing up through the valve, and then out of the car. And actually, this is set up to not recirc. I can tell just by looking at it that the HKS valve, as it comes in the kit, isn't set up to recirc. So this tube actually might be for something else in the vacuum system or something like that. And it does, I believe it does come with a recirc fitting. We'll get into that here in just a second. So here is some bracketry to mount everything up to the car. This is clearly steel, pre-bent, you know, CNC cut bracketry here. So this is actually pretty quality stuff. Looks like you can even get this powder coated if you want, but it does come raw. And then here is a small hose here as well. Actually, just looking at some of the pictures, this might be the hose that recirculates the air. Not 100% sure on that. But this is gonna come with all the hardware that you need to get this thing installed. So, and then there's a lot of various couplers and fittings just to make this thing plug right up and work. You know, again, I have not installed this myself, but you can tell, you know, generally speaking, you can tell when you pull stuff out of the bag, the quality of the materials and stuff. This is all really nice, custom made stuff for the Civic application. So this is a very, very complete kit. You got some vacuum hose right here to plug into the back of the blow-off valve, all the clamps and zip ties and everything to make this stuff plug into the car. So it's a very, very complete kit. HKS does not mess around with their kits. They give you everything you possibly could need for the installation. Just a quick reminder of what the heck this thing is. The blow-off valve is made to release pressure that's built up in the intake after the throttle closes. It releases that pressure back to the front side of the turbo, or pre-turbo, where it's pulling in and it's negative pressure, it's vacuum. So it just releases that air in the pressurized side of the intake. You know, the Civic turbo has a blow-off valve built into the turbo itself. It is sitting on the turbo. So this is going to replace the functionality of that stock turbo bypass valve and put it externally. So, so yeah, it does look like this is the recirc fitting. This is gonna pop right in here. So I would imagine you can elect to set this up using vent to atmosphere, or you can set it up to recirculate the intake air back, the pressurized intake air back into the turbo. So you can set it up either way you want. Recirculating it is ideal. That's how the factory is set up. That's how it should be set up technically. You're going to get a little bit less noise that way, but it is going to send back the air that the MAF sensor has already measured and calculated for in the ECU. So you can set it up either way, though. It's not a huge deal if you do VTA. So anyway, hopefully that helped you guys understand the full HKS kit. This is very different than all the other blow-off valve kits out there for the Honda Civic 10th Gen 1.5. This completely relocates the valve to a different location. It does not put an adapter or a valve on the factory location, completely different. So if you have any questions about it or need to know more, just let us know. We'd be glad to help you out. This is a super awesome, high quality valve. It's been going a long time. We sell a lot of them. It's a really, really good one. We've had some on our own projects and they've treated us well. So no maintenance, no adjustment. It's a pull style valve. It'll work on anything you put it on. And at the end of the day, if you get rid of the kit and you want to take this off, it is universal and you can use it on other applications too. So anyway, if you have any questions, let us know. We'd be glad to help. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.